Hey guys, it is a cloudy day here in Richfield. Just walking along one of my favorite paths, and just thought I'd talk for a second. Don't know if I'll post this, but no harm in talking, right? Okay, so along with the video about toxic male energy, something else I think is interesting is psychology, like I was mentioning earlier. So I was someone not too long ago who just was wanting to focus on things in a spiritual way, and my girlfriend is really into psychology and she's really good at it. I think she'd make a great psychologist or therapist, and I think that that's part of the spiritual puzzle. I don't think it's mutually exclusive. I think psychology helps in a lot of ways because it helps us identify our physical behavior signals, things that are going on in the brain. And the brain and the mind, at least while we're in this reality, they're connected. And they're connected pretty good. So I think it's important to address the two. So attachment styles that I was talking about, a lot of men have what's called avoidant attachment styles. And that means they'll do anything to avoid real intimacy with anyone. But more so, these are for intimate relationships. And there's other attachment styles too. There's anxious attachment styles, which generally what will happen in a relationship is you'll have a anxious woman or man, and then an avoidant woman or man, and they're in a relationship. So the anxious and the avoidant both help to fill each other's kind of prophecies, right? So the avoidant has this attitude that nothing bothers them and that everything is good, and they don't need anybody, okay? They kind of are just very cold in a lot of ways. They're not very emotionally balanced, usually. So they tend to push people away, like loved ones away. If someone's getting too close, they will use maybe they'll use more aggressive behaviors, or they'll just try to distance themselves from that person. The anxious, though, wants to keep people close to them, and so they're almost the polar opposite of the avoidant. But both of them play a role in each other's world. So each one of these attachment styles, because that's what these are attachment styles, each one of these attachment styles actually make it so that the anxious person is constantly getting the feedback from the avoidant person that they're not lovable, and the avoidant person is constantly getting feedback from the anxious person that they don't need to be needed, kind of a thing, like, or they hate to be needed. And so it creates this paradox where each person is trying to get something out of a relationship that doesn't really exist, because the anxious and avoidant relationship is so much hot and cold that it's hard to know where you're at in this relationship. And so it's interesting. I myself, I feel like I fall into the more avoidant category, working on it, okay? So there's anxious, there's a finger right here, anxious, there's avoidant, and then there's secure, okay? And then there's a mixture of anxious and avoidant, which it's called by several different names, but fearful or anxious avoidant attachment style. And these styles generally happen when we're younger. Childhood traumas, things like that can trigger these styles. So yeah, if you guys want me to talk more about this, please let me know. I know it's kind of a weird video, and I'm just out here walking, so I thought I would share something with you guys. But yeah, I love you guys. Let me know what you think about this, and if you want to go into more detail, we can absolutely do that. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.